welcome to this week's episode of Gardiner's Plot. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a pet update because there's been a few changes and stuff like that. Excuse the hair and beard, it's all being trimmed and shaved and everything on Tuesday. So yes, first things first, I'll give you a little update on peanut and butter. They're no longer little. Come on then, boys. Come on then. Come on. And there's Tail. Look how big you are. Yes. They've got a little bit bigger. Yes, you have, haven't you, boys? Literally into everything. They don't keep still. They're amazing. They are chaotic energy personified, aren't you, boys? Yes, you are. So update on them. I've swapped them and Mr. C over. So Mr. C is our rat. I got a little bit. We'll get on to Mr. C in a minute. So he was in a sort of a tiered cage. He will fall. And these were on like a one level cage. But because they've got bigger and a lot more energy and more active, I thought it'd be best to switch them over because Mr. C didn't really explore his cage much. Can you not destroy everything in sight? So swap them over. So they're loving their new bigger cage. They literally use every inch of the cage. For the time being, they'll stay in there, and then the plan is to build them a bigger enclosure once I need to sort the garden out a little bit. And then you can get a nice big cage. Yes. So it's only while they're growing up still. Can you not? You've got to have eyes everywhere for these two. Your fault. See? You love your dog. You love you. Yes, I do. So yes, so the nice big bigger cage now, and also they get a bit of free time running around the rabbit enclosure. So the big greenhouse bit, outdoor space. So I lock the rabbits out. And these guys get to have a little run around and stuff, and they love it. So I'll post a little bit of video of that as well at the end. I've also created a massive dig box as well. So I've got a big blue tub, and it's filled with sawdust and compost, and they get to go nuts in there. They love digging, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes. They normally spend about 5 minutes just bouncing around like little ping pong balls, and then they start digging. So I've got a little bit of a video of that as well. So again, that's an update on these two. Right. I'll try and talk and keep these safe. So Mr. C, which is our rat, he's in the other cage now, and I sort of created him an underground burrow. So because of the cage comes with like a little hide in, I've pretty much filled the entire cage up with sawdust, so kind of a big burrow. Got lots of climbing stuff and things. I told you. As I said, so he's got a nice new cage, and he's out every evening now. He explores his cage, whereas before he would just sort of sit by his nest box. Now he sort of comes out, he gets his little treats and stuff. The other day I gave him a little quail egg, and bless him, it was that slightly too heavy for him to carry. So I got a little video, so wait for that at the end, of him attempting to carry his little quail egg into his burrow. Very sweet. He did eventually get in there, but I wasn't witness to it, so I couldn't get any footage of him actually succeeding. But I did give him some treats, so I'll give a little video of him having some little treats, so it wasn't too bad. So that's them. Rabbits and guinea pigs are all good. So once take these out of the rabbit hutch enclosure, the rabbits do go in, and Hazel goes around with a disinfectant spray and cloth and wipes on everything that they've touched and rearranges the curtains and their throw cushions. How rude. That's a really good scent enrichment. I know they're a predator species and they're a prey, so it doesn't stress them out too much. I've made sure I sort of kept an eye on them and feel like they rescent and everything in it. So it makes them explore a little bit more as well, because the rabbits don't really explore that much. Every now and then they do, but the rabbits seem to be a bit lazy. So, a little update on these. And Mr. C. We'll go see Mr. C in a minute. I'll show you his cage. Bluebell and Daffodil are still crazy little mice. But we have got one more update. So, just pop these treble back in their carry pan a minute. Oh, in you go, move it out. You have a new resident. This is Monty. This is the name he came with. I'm saying he. At the moment it does look like a male, because you go sort of by tail length. Males tend to generally have a bigger tail. But they also have... because you two are trouble. Steady. I know, you're a bit of a grumpy man. So females tend to have a flat base, whereas males get like a little concave bit, so it kind of fits to the female shell. It hasn't quite developed that yet, so when they're sort of this size and this age, I say this age, I'm still not 100% sure how old he is, they can both look very similar. So as he gets older, the little concave develops, then you definitely know it's a male. Yeah, this is Monty. He's a Horsfield tortoise. Yes, you are. So yes, he came in as my nephew's girlfriend wanted to rehome him because apparently her dog was jealous. So I kind of told the other half, kind of asked him while he was distracted, and he didn't really give her an answer. So to me, that's a yes. If they don't say no, it's a yes. And then a couple of days later, I was like, oh, the tortoise is coming. He was like, what, when? And I was like, well, you didn't say no today. Hence, we have Monty. Yes. So I built him, I'll give you a little, I'll see if I can get a bit of a shot of his new tank and stuff. Set him up a nice big dig space so he can burrow, and he seemed to quite enjoy that last night. Checked on him just before bed and he was snuggled in. We could see he was a little bum in the air, couldn't we? Did have to give him a little bit of a beak trim. His beak was slightly overgrown. So that was 10 minutes of me trying to stop his head from going into his shell. And then he got a bit grumpy, but yeah. Doesn't like his bum being scratched. If you scratch his bum, he generally goes forward. I know, Monty. So, with Horsfields, they are a arid sort of tortoise. A lot of people keep them as garden tortoises, but there is no such thing as a garden tortoise. If tortoises are designed to live in the UK, we'd have tortoises. So generally, if it's 24 degrees and up, that's perfect weather for them to be outside because of the UV and how they absorb vitamin B and stuff like that. Is it vitamin B? It's been a long time since I worked for reptiles. They need heat, the sun, well, the UV and calcium all at the same time. So generally below 24 degrees, it's not hot enough for them to do what they need to do. So he will come out in the garden at some point, but obviously when it's a bit warmer, you can have a little wander around with the guinea pigs and the rabbits. Another one to add to the horde of animals. So yeah, everyone meet Monty. I can now say I've got Monty in my garden. We'll call you Monty Don, shall we? After the gardener. Yes. Right, I'm going to pop him away. I know, say that. I know. The boys are fine, they're just play fighting. They tend to never keep still. So, they're so hilarious. So I've got, I'll post a little bit of footage of them in their dig box, causing havoc around the rabbit enclosure. A little bit of Monty, a little bit Mr. C's new cage, and him trying to get a quail egg. The other thing is, little Miss Saskia's got a little bit of a sore. Because she puts on weight every winter, like squirrels should do. But because Saskia's always got food, she never struggles with that kind of problem. During the summer she loses all the weight, but she's still got a bit of a tummy, which sometimes she catches on something for some reason. So she's got a little bit of a sore, so at the moment I just put a bit of cream on her. was fine. She comes up, I give her a peanut, put a bit of cream on, and then she's happy. And it seems to be healing up, so something I'm just going to keep an eye on. There we go. A little bit of a pet update. I won't see you next week as I actually get married next Saturday. Finally, after not cancel it and then with all these guidelines and everything, so very small ceremony. Yes, I won't see you next week, but I will see you the week after. Enjoy the last part of the video, and I'll see you all soon. Feel pet. Good girl, Miss Sash.